tomato. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mountain.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
What I enjoyed this week is that you were asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Morrison finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They can't corral him. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He can run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their mobile, agile quarterback. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up.
Come on, fellas. Get it. 380. Get this.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Mike, 47. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Foles under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 1. Terrific career to this point. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles is tied in O'Shaughnessy.
Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points and a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase them.
To throw again, Morrison. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Morrison. He'll let this go. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And now running right through it. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Looking to throw. Morrison. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Foles. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Well, he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. 2nd and 13. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And an alley to run. Ooh, with a juke. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. Sheds a second, and now on the pitch, the ball's loose, and the Jags grab it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will fight his way into the end zone. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1 yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver 1st. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
On the ready.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 2nd down, here's an option right. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this only to the 41. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Go! 50, plant. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And he's got Hireman. 23 yards, the final tally. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before half. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The Jaguars in possession of the lead as we are underway in this 2nd half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I got it. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Hey, let's go.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Back to throw. Morrison. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. How about that? Their quarterback with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Watch the twist.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
Hey,
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles. And he completes it to Westbrook. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was caught. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Foles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
All day, every day, any day. Watch the safety.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. Looking to throw. Morrison. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He completes this to Sutton. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
And it didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing again. Morrison. And an alley to run.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Hey, let's go.
Calais Campbell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. He's to the 10. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Checking crack. 44.
On 4th down, Morrison. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Logan Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
We go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. This quarterback now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Oh, my, it was up for grabs. Now no time on the clock, and an extra point will send us to overtime.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.